Hello everyone, I am Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and welcome to this stream of the Thursday, the 14th of May. How is everyone doing? Very happy to be back on stream with you all this evening. Very happy to be able to stream actually, because yeah, much like last week, I had something on the Wednesday evening, and well, this week was very much the same. So yeah, here we are again on the first day instead of a Wednesday. I think Wednesdays are going to come back as soon as next week, so don't worry about that. But yeah, very glad to be back with you all. It feels like ages ago since I last streamed, but it was like, I don't know, 5 days ago, something like that, last Saturday. Let me greet you all. I saw that the chat was a little bit active already. Hello, Gil. Hey, your local frog. Oh yeah, that's a nice. Your local, your local frog situation. That's funny. That's a funny name. Hey, Yoppa. Hey, Wonderpearl. Hey, Shane. Hey, Fahrenheit. Hey, Brice. Hey, Stein. Hey, Cleggy. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let's avoid spamming those dots in the chat if possible. But yeah, welcome everyone, welcome back to Belleflore actually. Very happy to be back with you all. As always, we have a new goal actually, because now the dark ride that I've been building is complete. So, by the way, a little heads, why can't I move? What is going on with my HUD? Oh, okay. I get why I can't move with my HUD. So basically, tomorrow an episode on this is going to come out. So episode 9 of Belleflore is going to come out. Very excited for you guys to see it. And today we are going to start working on what is going to be the second half of the American area, which is going to be a big one. Like, it's going to take a long time to make, I believe. Like, there's 2 main rides to do, there's 1 flat ride to do, possibly a second one. I'm still on the fence on whether I want to have a Ferris wheel here. It'll depend on how the area looks together once it's done. Towards the end of the process of building that second part, but yeah, I'm still considering it. So yeah, and a few a little F&B place and a I want to say Midway games. I want to try to make Midway games with the new what's it called? Arcade things, essentially. Hey Yano, welcome to the stream. First time seeing you on stream. I'm really happy to see you work on Belleflore in live. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that exciting. I'm a very slow builder, as you will see in the next few hours. But yeah, I think it's a nice time to catch up with you guys, to talk with you guys, to chat in general, and it's in general very nice. Alright, so hello Mr. Duck Gaming and VR. Mr. Duck, that's a nice name. Let me have a quick sip of water, because as always I brush my teeth just before going live, and it leaves my throat very dry, so I have to drink a little bit of water. There we go. Hey, X9008. Next, I don't know. X9008? Yeah. X9000. Let's call you like that. Hey, your local frog situation. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of not sure what I want to do this stream. I'm kind of winging it. And I believe this is a good situation as good a situation as any to show you guys that I kind of, even though I have a good idea of where the park is heading, I don't plan all that much really. And I know it may seem a little crazy, but it is what it is. And honestly, since it is such a massive edition that we're starting today, it's not always that we actually start something together, but today it is the actual first. Well, tonight it is the actual first time that I'm gonna be working on that second half of the area, and I'm a bit nervous because I don't know what it's going to look like on stream, but we'll see. You'll see it's a lot of uncertainty in general, if I'm totally honest. But I think it's fine. It's part of the. It's part of the. What's it called? The process of doing it all. Do you like my new username? Well, I would like it if I knew. Oh, you're Truths. Okay. Yes, I do. But I. Forgive me if for a little while I don't realize that you're Truths, okay? Yeah, I love your videos. And I know you don't like recommendations, but a cool idea is that every time Bucking Bronco leaves the station, it makes a muscle car noise like... Yeah, I get what you mean. Unfortunately, there is no such sound in the library of sounds that we have in Vanilla Planet Coaster. So yeah, that's kind of not doable, unfortunately. I did consider that actually, and looked into doing that, but it's just unfortunately not possible with Vanilla Planet Coaster. But it's fine. I think it's you can imagine it, right? You can imagine it. Is anyone going to Valgard on Saturday? It looks so good. It does look very good, but unfortunately, no, I cannot go that far all alone yet. I'm really hoping that I'll be back in the UK at some point, because I really, really like the UK in general. I really like countries where I can practice my English in general. And yeah. Oh wait, I can actually do this and have it in the pillar, I believe. There we go. Because it's really weird to be someone who mainly speaks English most of the time in France, you know. Like, obviously I'm a Frenchman, born and raised, but you know, I have that like other part of myself that I kind of don't show to, I don't know, my family or well, it's not that I don't show it, it's just that I don't use it, more like it's pretty rare. So yeah, but all that to say, I'm really excited to see the vlogs of the people who are going to Bolton's. Bolton's is not actually a park that I've done in the UK, so I'd be extremely interested in doing it because it looks really, really good, and it looks like it's my type of park in that area of the world. All right, so I think the way I'll do it is, first of all, the thing that I do know I want is to raise it to the level of Fiskesjusten all the way over there. Just because I want the water to go around there somewhere. I basically want a main plaza here with a lot of midway games and a small F&B unit with hot dogs and the Skyfly. So it's not going to be that small now that I think about it. I do know that I want the Skyfly to be really towards the water. I want it to be the kinetic energy that draws you toward this area, and it's also going to be one of our architectural weenies of the area, much like we have the lighthouse in Fiskesjusten. You know, we have Bucking Bronco over there, but we also have Borealis in the distance. So one is like the ride Winnie, and the other one is the architectural theming Winnie, which is which is something that I like to do. Hey Coaster Topics, welcome to the stream. Which park inspired you the most for Belleflore? There are a lot, actually. There are a lot. Mostly the smaller parks in Europe that I've grown up going to. The Bellewards, the Walibi Belgium, the Parc Astérix as well. Even though I haven't been there that much in my youth. And one that I haven't been to is Nigloland as well. I really like their philosophy in general. And then the big influence on doing the manor grounds in general, and being the centerpiece of the entire park, was obviously Alton Towers. So yeah, that's kind of like a blend of all these things. And then, it's not always inspiration. Most of it is also my own reinterpretation of themes and concepts and rides in general. For example, this at first was really inspired by not Holiday Park anymore. It's Plopsaland Deutschland, and it's the Tier Force that they have over there, but I made it my own. It's kind of not the... At first I wanted it to have the exact same layout, and then I was like, it's a little bit short. Let's add this helix over here and this little airtime bump over the little pond. So yeah, in general, I like to have I write down ideas for what I want to take inspiration from, or the ideas that I come up with myself, and then this sort of thing happens. For example, this was the combination of... Originally, it was supposed to be a dueling bobsled, dueling Gerstlauer bobsled, and in another part of this area, there would have been an alpine coaster, but I ended up having not enough room to... Basically, the alpine coaster would have been where the staff parking lot for Fiskeschusten is now, and it would have been much more on the hillside, and have a cable cars going up the hill, and you would have boarded it all the way up there. And in the end, I kind of combined the two ideas, got rid of the dueling aspect of the bobsled, and in the end, I kind of add that Gerstlauer bobsled with an alpine coaster feel by having it coast along the mountainside, well, hillside in that case, but in the theme of Alpenstadt, it's very much a mountainside. So yeah. Wow, I'm out of breath already. I need to catch my breath. Hold on, I'm gonna have another sip of water. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill my voice really, really quickly. There we go. Hey Chris, welcome to the stream. When I first saw your work, I thought you were going to create a park inspired by a French town or village, but your idea of blending different cultures is really brilliant. Where the really interesting idea was that at first, Belleflore, first of all, was supposed to be a console park. Something that people don't realize is that when I actually started Belleflore was always supposed to be a console park. And then once I started streaming some Camtasso Park and other things in the future after that, I realized that I wanted to make the move to PC because I was so frustrated by Camtasso Park and doing not being able to do a lot despite my ambitions being really different than what Camtasso Park ended up being. and so that kind of changed Belleflore. But at first, there was always supposed to be this area, and only that portion of wild water, and the rest would have been very much what I said. It was in the last stream or the previous one, I don't remember. Basically, you know, going around the lake, and that would have been it. But that really changed once I decided I would go on PC eventually. And fortunately, it did end up being way sooner than I expected, so I could go on about the October, November, December, about 3 months after I ended the console season of the park. So yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really glad, especially with how it's turning out so far. I was touring it this morning actually to make sure the file for tomorrow's episode 9, so the 9th version of the map was all good, and I really realized, you know, I had this pinch me moment because it really felt surreal doing that kind of work. So yeah, it was really good to do that. Hey Harry, welcome to the stream. How much was the PC? I can't actually remember, if I'm honest. It was kind of expensive. Essentially, I was lucky because I got a lot of I believe I can say it now. Essentially, the main reason why I got the PC so early is because my father helped me, and I'm comfortable saying that because at the time I wasn't emotionally ready to talk about that, because essentially my dad moved to Spain. That's late last year, and that was a little hard to talk about. People that were close to me knew that, but like my mods or my friends in the community, and essentially he was like, "Oh yeah, so I'm going away, but I'm going to help you with your business and helping you doing that big step forward, you know." Sorry. So yeah, massive thanks to him for doing that. And then on top of that, since he was selling everything that he had in his house to move to Spain, I got his monitor, I got his sound system. The only things that I had to buy was the keyboard and the mouse, and the controller as well, because it's a big part of what I do. So yeah, but I believe it was in the 200 euros, 2,000 euros range, I believe. So yeah, there you have it. Little something that I didn't want to talk about until now, but now I think I'm ready to reveal that to you all. And let me be clear, if I had waited until I got that amount of money, first of all, I would have been there was the RAM crisis that we're going through right now, that would have skyrocketed the price of what I could have bought. And second of all, it would have been much later, probably in September, October of this year. So I'm really happy that that he helped me. Honestly, like it genuinely changed everything. My output even changed a lot. My doing videos in general is something that's changed a lot. So yeah. Any more questions? Yeah, the RAM is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, I'm really glad that I dodged that bullet. Yeah, definitely. Anyway, shall we do some building now? So something really funny is that I don't really know what the level of that is. So the thing that I might do is Do we have a square here? Yeah, that's square-ish. That's good. Let's advance move it, advance duplicate it actually. And the idea is that I want to make sure that the ground level is correct to make that little island. It's not that high actually. I thought it was higher because when you look at it from over there it looks a little bit higher, but it isn't. Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, let's make it to sample, then do a quick dirt pass all the way around this area. This stream, since it's a much more freestyle kind of stream, the playlist is also on random, so that it mirrors that kind of tone for the stream, I hope. There we go. In that upcoming plans video, you said I'd never make a B&M inverted or an STC? I think you mean either. Yeah. Yeah, because at the time we didn't know if we were gonna have the STC in the game at all. Even me as a content creator, I didn't know at all. We knew much later, at the end of November, that there was going to be an STC in the game. So there's definitely going to be an STC, yes. Is that song from Expedition 33? Yes, it is. It is. Good question. There we go. World map Children of Lumiere. There we go. So yes, I am going with the STC. Basically reviving an idea that I had back in 2020, early 2023, 3 years ago. Jeez, like that's crazy to think about. But yeah, it's basically an idea that I've had for so long, doing a Mexican STC themed around ruins and all that. So yeah. That's the whole idea. And with that, the Wild Water Part 2 has begun. Yes, it's again, I'm not quite sure what I want to do in this stream. I haven't worked at all today. I was kind of recuperating from, if that's even something you say in English, recovering. There you go. From yesterday, we had a few drinks at the restaurant and all that, and it was great. We were celebrating a mate's birthday, and yeah. So that's why there was no stream at all. But I'm kind of tired, and I, to be completely honest, I watched Night at the Museum 1 and 2 this afternoon. So yeah, there you have it. This is my confession on what I've done today. What's the donation goal? So the donation goal is that there is going to be a summer camp in that area of the park, and the donation goal is all about having you guys as counselors, you know, of the camp counselors essentially. So there is going to be a little board at the, I don't know, I kind of want to do a welcoming center of that summer camp, I guess. That's probably going to be the F&B unit. And yeah, I want you guys on the board, well, I say you guys, the donators on the board, to appear as camp counselors, essentially in the same vein in the same basically the same idea of having you guys as owners or the well, basically the origin of the artifacts. For example, here's Braris, and here is, I can't remember if it is Fahrenheit or I believe it is Fahrenheit, right? Spotted. Who else could it be? I think it is Fahrenheit, yeah. So yeah. That's the idea behind that. Except that this time it's only going to be the names, obviously. Not that it's lesser or anything at all, but you know, it's it is a shout out. You know, when you donate. Basically, I want you guys to have a way to donate every time, have an incentive to donate every time, and be able to be in the park thanks to that. That's the idea. And speaking of, Harry, thank you so much for the €2. Let me write your name down if the game wants me to. Yes. Oh, my stone guests are buried under the terrain. There we go. I'm gonna put you here. Harry, Gilbert. Oh yeah, no, we can't use the euros symbol. There we go. Thanks again, Harry. And as I wrap up, Harry, thank you again, Fahrenheit. Why not? Thanks for the void bow. Oh yeah, the void bow. It's I don't know if you've played Call of Duty Zombies during the Black Ops 3 era, but that's a reference to Black Ops 3. Essentially, the your other name, Spotted, basically. Wait, how do you? Yeah, that's like no, that's the other way around. The other name, the Spotted name, is that the way you write it? Hold on. Yes, it is. Okay. Let me add beats as well. Can I even add the number? Maybe not. 1703. No. Okay, so it's only gonna be Fahrenheit bits. But yeah, essentially the idea was that Spotted really made me think of you know, the Spot from Into the Spot. No, Beyond the Spider-Verse or something like that. The second film of that trilogy, essentially, and it made me think of the Void, and so Void Bow was like a good idea from that, essentially. I think I missed a question from Chris. Hey Jan, is there a save file of this park available on the workshop? Yes, there is. In fact, you can download it right now with the share code in the description of all the streams and the videos as well. I'm updating it every time there is an episode coming out, and so look forward to. So first of all, it's not euros, it's dollars. Thanks again. And yeah, tomorrow there's going to be an episode, and the park is going to be updated following that episode. The episode is coming out earlier, actually, since I'm not doing a premiere or early access at all. I'm trying things out these days with the releases of the videos, and this particular video is going to come out at 6:30 Central European time. So that's 5:30 UK time, and then you can deduce, of course, your different time zones, of course. I don't really play FPS shooters. Me neither, actually, these days. Why did you one-up me? To be fair, anything is welcome. And also, Welcome, Tectonic. I'm so sorry. With the two donos, I completely missed you. That's what I thought. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Hey Guy, welcome to the stream. Flying Fox POV has just dropped. Okay, cool. We're not gonna go for an SFC. We're gonna go for an STC. Not in there. In there, there's gonna be a Vekoma LIM. But interestingly enough, the Vekoma LIM opened later. The Vekoma STC technically was the first Vekoma in the park. And then the Vekoma LIM was basically to strengthen that family offering that the park didn't really have at that time. There is going to be timelines are confusing in this park. There is going to be a Vekoma boomerang, in the classic combo of the STC and the boomerang. But yeah, essentially, that's the whole idea behind the Mexican area. Hey, Wonky. Why are you talking in French? You're not French. And welcome back, Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's the plan for this area. Rapids, Skyfly, and Vekoma LIM. A very sizable Vekoma LIM, by the way. Nothing compact. By the time we get to the re-theme of that second part of the area, the park definitely has good budget. In fact, speaking of terrain, before I do any sort of terrain, I just want to make sure that I can connect those two things correctly. Okay. 15 angles now 2 meters, length now 2 meters. Let's do 1 meter. I feel like it's better. And width at 8 is fine. I think it's a good thing. Oh yeah, but I want it curved. There we go. Maybe have it over here. I don't know. I'm not sure the terrain is actually quite flat enough here, so let's move it forward ever so slightly. Redo the things that we have just done, like so, and boom. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, we're gonna have to make those angles different, obviously, but I think that's nice. The idea is to have a little dirt mound lead to a bridge, because the idea is that I want the LIM to go around this island and go under bridges here and there, essentially. So that's gonna be interesting. We shall see. How do you plan on paying homage to the mine train that the Vekoma replaced? That is a good question, actually. A good question that I haven't figured out the answer to yet. We shall have to see in future streams, I guess, or in the future in general. Hey Dan, welcome to the stream. I hope Frontier will add the new generation Vekoma flying coaster. Me too. Me too. Would love to have that, especially for Kimdasa World or other ideas that I have in my mind. when will be the next episode of Belleflore? Tomorrow at 6:30 Central European Central European time. That is hard to say, actually. No, it's not. I'm just bad. I think after Belleflore is finished, you should make its original lens as just a fun stream. Not really. I don't like. I get that the content would be interesting for people that are really invested into Belleflore, but I feel like as soon as I'm done with Belleflore, I do the big movie park tour that I've got planned, and after that, I'll basically be done with it all. You've got to be. You've got to keep in mind that that project, once I'm finished, it's probably going to be a year to a year and a half of my life that I kind of just want to get out there and have it be complete. Not that I don't like it, I love it, as you know, but it's just that, you know, let's not overstay our welcome in Belleflore, is what I'm saying. And we have other great plans for the future. Basically, once Belleflore is done, I've said that numerous times, but once Belleflore is done, I want to take some time away from theme park series, maybe for, I don't know, half a year, let's say, just enough to grow the channel substantially, and after that, it's all, let me be frank, it's all a business decision, really. But the idea is to grow the audience of the channel substantially, so that after that there's kind of this this audience that will be excited to see me do a park, and what a park it will be, because it will be a let's say a remake of Camtasso Park. It's not even going to be a sequel to Camtasso Park. It's literally going to be a remake. Essentially, once I do Camtasso World, Camtasso Park will not count. Camtasso Park is not canon to the Yanko timeline. Will Belleflore do in Alton Towers and use rocks from blowing up terrain for coaster as theming for the rapids? I don't think so, no. First of all, because we're not maniacs like you Brits in France. I don't think that would be very legal. I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. I'm completely speculating. Sorry, that was a burp. And on top of that, I feel like using actual rocks would be really expensive to move compared to, essentially, you have to know that the rapids have been there since the year 2000, so this will be an existing part of that land. So you I take offense to that. Sorry, it's just a little joke between English persons and Frenchmen. But yeah, the rapids have been there since the year 2000, and therefore the rock work is older than that. It's probably been repainted for and maybe they added some stuff and that sort of thing. But they oh, I like that song. It's not a song. Why am I saying song? I'm sorry. I always say song and all that. Anyway, all that to say, yeah, that's the plan with the rapids. I don't feel like saying that they use the blown up rocks, the remains, even though it's very smart what they've done with Nemesis. I don't feel like it would work really well because it really needs to be themed. You can't really find that style of rock, you know, that style of color of rocks that I'm showing you with my hands right now on my screen, which doesn't work really well. But yeah, that style of color, you know, the orange, yellow, and very pale beige, I want to say. So yeah, there you go. I'm very excited for the LIM. I haven't seen any well-executed versions of those models in Blanco. I honestly, if the past had been different regarding me getting a PC, you would have seen one much earlier than that. Let me show you guys what I mean. Just after I've placed this. Looks like I'm gonna have to re-angle that a little slightly. Yeah, that works. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. There we go. Let me do a save just in case my my game does something weird. Okay, and that one here. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. The Belleflore 9 save is ready for upload tomorrow. And now what I do is have a special save for recordings, just because I realized that right photos made the game stutter when the right photos are taken. Because I have so many around the park. It's alright when you're touring it on your own, you know, and all that. But when you're on recordings and you know, being very precise with very frame per frame editing, I kind of want to be able not to see the stuttering, especially because my PC can handle it. We'll talk about that a little later, but yeah, the Halloween one, yes. Let me pull it up real quick. The Franken coaster, there we go. This one was inspired by is it Aquila at Mandoria? There we go. I think we can have a ride. Well, it's gonna go in the trees and in the terrain a little bit, but that's fine. Or I could just put it over the water. Let's put it over the water, yeah. I realize it's quite a big ride that I've done. It's a long, long layout, but a thin layout. Very interesting. Didn't realize it was like that. Hey, Makeshift, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. There we go. Let's have a ride on it. And at night as well. Because there's really interesting lighting around this this coaster. Let's chase? Yeah, chase sounds like a good idea. There we go. I think it was really interesting how it kept up the pace really well. Obviously, it's fairly short, and it's only the one lap. But there you go. And I really liked how it had the light show all around the the light show took a long time. Essentially, the idea of the light show is that every time it goes over a hill or, you know, does something like that. So in hills, the light is lighter. It's much closer to white, whereas it's more blue in the valleys, and it's really interesting. And there was, of course, this careful with your eyes. There you go. This Voltron-looking tower that I loved making. It was actually, it's something that I should have used for the dark ride now that I think about it, but you know, I think it's fine that I didn't. So yeah, Franken coaster, there you go. Wow, you built that Vekoma LIM very quickly. See, I get quicker and quicker as time goes on, yeah. Half-Life Lanco on PS5 and so annoying for building detailed parks with the limit. It is doable, but you can only do like very, very small parks. And I really would argue that doing compact regional, if not like very local kind of parks is the way to go on console. Like doing Camtassos is just a really bad idea. for your sanity. Basically, use Camtasso as the limit of what you can do, and even then, I feel like it wasn't done all that well because of the limits that we had. Well, still have on console actually, but that I don't have anymore, and that's why I'm taking that project and already planning. What will be the remake of Camtasso Park? Likely next year, honestly. With how things are going with Belleflore and my plans for more standalone things and all that, I think it's gonna be next year that we're gonna see Camtasso World. But we'll see. We can see a change of plans. At some point. We shall see. We shall see. For now, it's definitely Camtasso until an update or DLC comes along. And even then, something really interesting, and we've talked about that quite a lot with Jonty and the others, about whether the DLC was going to have a ride, any ride, in it. Because it seems like they're doing this new strategy of putting a new feature behind the DLC, which I'm not against, to be fair. I'm not 100% on board, but depending on how groundbreaking it is, I feel like I could get behind the idea. It's just that if they only do that, I feel like the type of content is a little thin. Compared to what I expect from a Planko DLC, which is, you know, rides and that kind of stuff. So yeah, but all that to say, I always go on tangents, man. It's crazy. It's actually like crazy. I just like monologue my way around. It's so funny. The England land should have swan boats on the lake. I don't think it would go with the theme because it's gonna be really Arthurian theme. So I don't think so. If I had to, like, I did have a think of whether I wanted to have those, and it would have been here next to the Wild Water Ripples. It would have been this little lovely dock, and perhaps in my head canon, in the past, Belleflore definitely had those. Not necessarily swan themed, but you know, that kind of boats essentially, and you would have been able to go around the lake with that. But I feel like they got rid of that once they started doing the nighttime show on summer days, summer evenings actually I should say. With the thing in the middle of the lake that's going to be coming likely during the backstage episode that I've planned for the end of the series. We're going to do a massive backstage overhaul. This is why I kind of haven't done the backstages yet around there, because there's going to be the office building and all that, and I don't know, the greenhouses, massive parking lots and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to have a whole city around the park, if you will. So, but all that to say, yeah, no swan boats, unfortunately. But hopefully, it's not really going to be I don't think of it as an England section anymore. I think of it as a Arthurian medieval fantasy area instead, if that makes any sense, Dan. To the risk of disappointing you, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know, maybe you like the idea. Hey SK Dog, welcome to the stream. Hey Marilyn, welcome to the stream, nice to see you. Hey Tonic, welcome to the stream. First time I've heard swan pronounced like pan. I don't know. I've no idea. It's just my accent, don't roast me. I don't know, I kind of wing it, you know. I'm not actually sure that I've said swan before in my life. Like out loud. Hey, welcome over oh my goodness, Overlooker. See, this is why I this is why I say that I'm French every time, because I struggle to pronounce some things very much at times. King Arthur is Welsh anyway. It is true. I've been people have told me that in the past, actually, when I said that I wanted to do a medieval English section based around the Arthurian mythos. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to go away from that English idea and embrace the medieval fantasy idea instead of a nationality, because so far the park really has different nationalities. You have France with Vapeur-sur-Rail, you have Germany with Alpenstadt, you have Norway with Fiskeskysten, and Wildwater is American. This place is going to be Mexico with La Serpiente, and this I really want it to be something completely different to all that. So yeah. You're my new favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just trying my best, really. But something's for sure, I'm definitely very passionate about what I do with all these projects. So yeah. If you've just found the channel, thank you so much for joining. Welcome to the channel. and yeah, hopefully we'll see you around a few more times in the future. I'm gonna have a quick sip of water. There we go. Character is Welsh, but the more modern canon is French. Huh. What do you mean by modern canon? I frankly do not know enough about Arthurian mythos. In general, I'm just kind of winging it and spinning the tale as my own thing, really, for that particular area. So maybe something that I'll do is that I will completely butcher the myth and the legends, and people are going to be coming after me with knives and pitchforks. And it's gonna be really funny in the comments. We shall see. We shall see. This is definitely... Actually, I don't know. I don't actually really know because like everything from now on that's gonna be added to Belleflore is like actual, like, to be fair, I'm not like um how can I say that? I'm kind of biased because I know what's going to come to the park and all that, and I think that everything is really awesome, but I genuinely think that it's all very, very cool what is going to be coming to the park in general. Hey, Ian, can the unnamed section be Asian? What unnamed section? I'm not sure I'm following here. Like, the whole park is already planned and all that, so I'm not sure what you're talking about here. Could you maybe put a Yan plush floating in the splash zone of the water coaster? No, for the sole reason that it would have not stayed that way in that park. I feel like it's a really well kept park, and I wanted to give off that vibe, so it's not really what I want to go for. But something that I'm thinking about is completely redoing that building, the welcoming center building, you know, with the concierge, the guest services and all that, and having an interior for it, so that we have a sort of treasure hunt, finding tiny Yans around the park, not in the actual gift shop, obviously, but you know, have something that an Easter egg hunt essentially. Throughout the park, because the park is so huge. Like, it's gonna be really huge by the end of the series. Even now, like, just this morning when I was touring the entire park on my own, not on stream or whatever, it took me like an hour 40, something like that, and I skipped over quite a few things. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think all POVs combined, this one might be 2 minutes. That one, I don't usually stay for the whole thing. That one either. This is a minute. This is 2 minutes, I believe. This I don't... Let's count the main ride. So that's 2, 1, 5, 10. This is 5 minutes. This is 1 minute, so it's 6. That might be 1 minute as well. 7. 1 minute, 8. This is 2 or 3. So about 11. Just doing the rides alone takes 11 minutes. The main rides. So imagine like going around everything. I think I skipped the flat rides this morning. So yeah. Hey, Flo Toad! It's weird saying your name in English, but thank you so much for stopping by. It's so nice to see you, man. Flo is one of my oldest friends. It's really nice to see you. Long time no see, actually. Last time we saw one another, it was at for Hugo's birthday, and Hugo is here in the park. But it's really nice to see you, and yes, I'm really excited to get to the 10K actually, because 10K is going to be the next contest, and it's probably going to be when I launch the merch of the channel. So that's actually really exciting, yeah. Anyway, I skipped over a few other messages. So yeah, the plushie, I did say something about that. Good day, Frenchman Yen. Hey, good day to you, Stu. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Area is looking great so far. I mean, it's just a dirt mound. What do you mean? But yeah, I get what you mean. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's gonna look even better once the canyon area is going to be in the park. Do you think after work should I go to the gym or not on Blanco? I don't know. I don't know. It does sound more enticing to go work on Blanco. Why not both? Why not both is what I should say. Why not both? Why not go to the gym and then do a little bit of Blanco, you know? You can do 1 hour to the gym and then 1 hour on Blanco and then go to bed? I don't know. Assuming you're European, you know. We shall see. Did I see your mountain? Not right now because I'm not on Discord, but I did see what you'd done a few days ago. And you talked about the different areas for the park, and one is completely different from everything else. Yeah, that's the Arthurian area. Basically, that's what I was saying earlier. Every area is based around culture. It's based around a country even. Not necessarily a country, but like a local culture. Usually it's around villages in a specific country, essentially. And the Carmarthen area, that's going to be our Arthurian area at the back of the park here, is going to be completely different in the sense that it's going to embrace a fantasy theming, a medieval fantasy theming. I'm not looking for a theme. You know, I plan my things, my projects in general, really thoroughly. Not really thoroughly. That's not the right word to say, but you know, in advance, essentially. So yeah. I'm not necessarily looking for a theme. Lillian, the successor to the Raven. Oh my goodness, you remember the Raven? That is true. That is true. Yeah, for those of you who have not been there for a while, essentially back in Planet Coaster 1, I used to put a lot of hidden ravens around my parks, and it was really funny because for those of you who remember Iron Matty, I had him searching around the park for those. I think he gave up on the ones in Parc Ciel Bleu, but in Simple Park it did try to find them all. So that was great. Was there any in Serene Gardens? No, I think not. I think not. But yeah, it was a... Why ravens? Just because it was the smallest, easiest, and most natural kind of things to put in the park. I didn't want to have something that stood out, essentially. I wanted something that blended in the background as birds do, and so that's why I chose the Raven animatronic piece from the Spooky Pack. See you, Shane. Thank you so much for stopping by, man, and take care. Why are mine and Tectonic's names so similar? I don't know. I love the dirt mound though. It is amazing. I hope by the end of that area it's going to look amazing. Yes, we have to do a bridge now, essentially. Really cool bistro chez Hugo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to shout out a handful of my friends, and my parents as well are in the park. Well, my mom is in the park, and my dad is going to be in the area we're building today. Ooh, that's a weird texture. Oh yeah, it's like full black. By the way, this texture for the kind of old asphalt concrete kind of texture, I'm gonna have to do something about that, by the way. This is just gravel colored black, and I think it works really, really well. Yep. That's already a bit better, but maybe not what I'm looking for. I feel like I should do a custom floor. Yeah, custom floor is definitely going to be the way. It's probably gonna be a bridge stream, actually. It's gonna be really funny. So yeah, this is going to be our goal for the stream. Finish that bridge, possibly have the little stream going underneath it. Actually, you know what? Let's check. Not sure I'm gonna be able to fit the LIM on the, well, the track and the train underneath there. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. That's a bit of a... That's a bit unfortunate. I think it's fine. I think we're gonna have to need a lot of trees over there to make sure we don't see the backstages, because right now it's kind of not really obvious. Welcome back, Stein. Yo, Yan, I'm in need of your advice. What piece do you use as the garage door for the behind-the-scenes buildings? I use... It's in the framework thing in metal framework. And it's called Metal Support Beam 5 Straight 4 from the Aquatic theme. In general, and that's kind of what I say to people who want to figure out if what I use for this and that. Definitely go check out the parks yourself. It's the easiest way to get an answer if I'm not paying attention on Discord or other places. Blow up the terrain. Well, I will blow up the terrain, but the problem is with the water, I don't think there's going to be enough room. But is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. I think we can get away with having the coaster go above the bridge. In fact, it would be even cooler. And use the rock and dirt. Thanks, man. No worries. No worries. But in the future, don't hesitate to go in the park and check out yourself. It's much easier for both of us if you do. All right, so no, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, I need to do that first. The way I'm going to do that is likely with decals. Now, how exactly? I have no idea. Grunge, perhaps? Let's see. Yellow-ish kind of grunge. I think that could work. He tells me that all the time. Yeah. I mean, in general, it's not just a, oh, I like the way it looks. Well, this is nice. I might add that to the entire street, actually. Something like that. Is there any Z fighting? No, I think it's fine. It's slightly more vibrant than the actual line, so let's make it paler. Something like that, perhaps? Does it blend well? I'd say it does. I'd say it does. And now, whoops. Let's copy that a little everywhere. Just to give it a little more texture. There we go. Do I like that? No, I don't. I actually don't. I think it works well for the end of the street, but otherwise I don't think it works all that well. What if I flip it around? Have it here-ish. Does that work? Yeah, that works. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Just so we have a transition between those two parts. Whoa, what did my camera do just then? So that's done. Let's start doing our bridge. Do you plan to use custom media for Belleflore? Nope, not at all. Completely vanilla. The idea is to completely have it be downloadable off the workshop, vanilla, and basically have it be plug and play. You know what I mean? Alright, so just before I do anything, let me pull up my my notes. Not sure I have any bridges in my notes. I do have some inspiration. I feel like I kind of want a simple wooden framework. Oh, I was typing in the search bar. Also no DLCs? No, definitely DLCs. I mean, I'm using an SCC. The SCC is from the Toy Box pack, so definitely DLCs. But vanillas. Vanilla all the way. Vanilla is basically no mods, no custom media, anything in the game. Everything in the game, basically. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, that kind of bridge, essentially. But, I mean, this is kind of simple. Now that I look at it, it kind of looks kind of bad, but yeah. Hey Lars, welcome to the stream. We are building the start of the second half of the American area today. And more specifically, I believe that this whole stream is going to be about this bridge that we're starting today. Yummers. Yummers, yummers, yummers. So, wooden something. Oh, I like those. Those are nice. Great way to do a framework for a bridge, I believe. Let me put up, like, some ideas for... Let me type, like, American wilderness bridges. Images. That is not the kind of thing that I had in mind at all. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick bathroom break. If you guys don't mind, let me place that down. If anyone joins, you know what to say. First of all, let me do a save, just because we've done quite a lot of progress already, and I don't want to lose it. There we go. And I'm gonna leave you guys on the woody, as I always do. There we go. See you guys in 2 minutes. And I am back. There we go. I just had to, honestly. I was dancing on my chair and that is just not healthy at all. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Alright, so, while I was in the... on the toilet, I searched for references. It looks like a lot of the bridges, like, are metal, actually, in general. But I'm not sure about something that is more, that is more for pedestrians in general. Like I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. But yeah. Hey, Wicked Wood Gaming, pops it out. Welcome back. Nice to see you. The window in the roof is nice. Are you talking about this? Yeah, I like this. It's really nice. Can you do the rest of the stream at golden hour? No, because it's hard to build when it's like that. I can show you quickly though. I mean, it's not really 5 p.m. for me because of all the tree, and the light really only hits over there, but the morning is nice. Like this. Look at this. Boom. I really like it in the morning. I think it's a nice vibe. But yeah. 4 p.m. just kind of gets a little dark. I feel like 4 p.m. is going to look, well, you can literally see it right there. It's going to look better on those areas. Because essentially, I have the east over there and the west over there. So yeah. Can you please look up at that wooden coaster from the plaza? Which plaza? The one that I'm making, or this one? Yeah, a lot of railway bridges did come up. Sorry. But I really want to have that wooden framework on the top. So I think I'm gonna do a base with. Let me put it back to 1 p.m. There we go. The coaster plaza. Yeah. There you go. It's very hidden, but I really like that only the lift hill, the very imposing lift hill, is showing. I think it's a really nice view and really interesting. I think it's really nice. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, doing a metal framework. Doing a metal framework for the base, I feel like is a good idea. Let's use a classic girder. I felt betrayed when you said fully custom supported, but it uses the auto-generated ones with extra poles. You're not paying enough attention then. I've said that numerous times when people have asked it in the VIP chat and other places, in fact. But it is fully custom supported. And once again, Wonky, it's another case of you not looking at the... Not paying attention to... not looking at the park in itself, and not verifying the information yourself. Which I always encourage. I feel like that's big though, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's big. I feel like I could redo this place. Dun, 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 dun. Custom support enhanced is the way to go, for sure. For sure. I feel like it's... The game already does a good job at generating, like, straight down supports. So, especially now that we have scaling to match the actual width of the in-game supports, it's much better to do it that way compared to, you know, doing every single beam yourself. I believe Wonky even wanted to do the catwalks himself, which is just, let's not do that. You're just going to end up being crazy. Trust me, I know. I was crazy already doing what I'd already done, which is like 80 hours of work. So just imagine just how hard it would be to completely do it from scratch. And to be fair, it is the vibe of some people. I imagine Blue Jay would do something like that, for example. Not me. I value my sanity. Like, there's a point where my sanity just says, nope, not doing that. Alright, yeah, that's much better. So that must be 8 meters then. Yep. Does look like it. Okay, great. Let's have it placed down here, flatten the terrain around there. No, actually, let's have it all exposed. We'll redo the terrain after that if we need. I haven't been in the park in months. I'm planning to, but I am so involved with the GCI I'm building for Hendrik and planning to get around playing out a while. I mean, it's just to, you know, fact check things. Not necessarily like tour it, but, you know, just to do simple fact checks. It's a good idea instead of, you know, asking and all that. Hey Connor, welcome to the stream. I've been loving the series. When do you think the next episode is going to be out? Literally tomorrow. Literally tomorrow. Tomorrow the episode on the expansion that we've been doing this past few streams is going to come out. It's a really exciting one. It's a 16 minutes episode with a 5-minute POV because the Dark Ride is that long. So yeah, do look forward to that. Let's use coaster supports to do that kind of X pattern. Small 4 meter. Should have copied that particular color. There we go. There we go. Yay, yay indeed. Let's say, I don't know, 25? 25 is a little small. 30? 35. 35 sounds good. No, smaller. 33? For Expedition 33? 31. Yeah, 31 sounds about right. Let me make it a little lower. Like so. Let me let me pick the lo-fi versions of those. Let's go back. Quite a few songs. If it wants to. No. No. Oh, that was it. Let's do this. There we go. I like the lo-fi version of the Plan Zoo soundtrack. Hey, Mr. Domez, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but when I'm in the middle of a building, I don't want to save what I'm working on. Load Belleflore, fact check. Close Belleflore and load my save again. What do you mean? It takes like, I don't know, a minute maybe? So what you're saying is you're lazy. This is what I'm hearing. Let's do 32. Just realized that. Yeah, 32 is a good one. Okay, let's just darken that ever so slightly to get. Yeah, that's the most I can get. Okay. Hey Meow Meow, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. We have a Belleflore episode coming tomorrow. I've been working on that earlier this week, and now we're starting what will be episode 10. Really exciting. There we go. So now I want to group those. Ah. I see. What if I do that? And then this. Haha! Oh yeah, of course. So is anyone excited for a possible Parade DLC? It is confirmed, by the way. I know a lot of people aren't sure about the Parade's DLC, but it is a fact. Like they've basically what is written on the the whiteboard, not the blackboard, is talking about parades on in the teaser. So yeah, that's a confirmation if I've ever seen one. Ah, yes. Of course. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. It's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, let's... Whoa, what is this? What was happening? That was so strange. It has been teased, but I mean, come on. When the literal whiteboard says parades, what do you mean it's not confirmed? Like, come on, guys. I mean, you believe what you will, but in my opinion, it's like 100% confirmed. Just by that teaser alone. But hey, once again, you believe what you will. What is it? Maybe 5 parks in the world that have parades? No, way more than that. Way more than that. There are tons of parks that have parades in the world. Granted, not as vibrant and expensive as Disney's or Universal's, with like massive floats and all that. But yeah, parades are really common in general in parks. So I wouldn't say that it's such a niche thing, especially because a lot of people were actually asking for parades. Not me, I kind of don't care, if I'm honest. Which is a bit sad to say, because in general this is kind of what I do. And this is why I'm actually really scared, actually, if there is going to be a new ride type or not. Just because, you know, if there is no ride type, what do I do? What do I even do? I really want there to be, I don't know. I want there to be a dark ride thing, or a coaster or something like that. Something that I can do a standalone video on, essentially. Alright, and I think now is where I should put the... I actually don't know. I actually do not know. This is pretty much metal. Might still be something not working in implementation and it gets delayed to the next one in September. Nah. If they've confirmed the reveal date, it's happening. It's 100% happening. To me, and again, my word is not like truth at all, but the way I interpret the delay of the arcade update, update 9 is its name, is because they had to secure the rights from Atari for a handful of the free of the arcade cabinets, especially since we know that Atari and Frontier are not on the best of terms because of the lawsuits some years ago. Taggy already found the preset in update 9. It's yes, once again, I believe a lot of people attribute it to Taggy. It's not Taggy who discovered it, it's someone named Flash in Bro Nation. Taggy just did a video on that. Why is my am I... Oh, I just realized this is not centered at all. Let's fix that. There we go. Much better. But yeah, I could see it working on the train ride here. Let's actually demonstrate it right there. Do I have a train here? Yeah. There we go. So it's not like 100% precise. And obviously no guest is going to demonstrate. Thanks, guests. Thanks, Blanco AI. No, see, for example, those people, they wanted to go there, and so they deviated from that path. They were going to go through. Whoops, not the button I wanted to press. But yeah. Essentially, yes, the behavior is already programmed in with track rides, which possibly makes us think that it's going to be a track ride. Possibly new transports as well, if they're applying that to a transport ride already. But I don't know. It's not my kind of thing, honestly. Can we have a gravestone at the end saying "Rest in peace, Dirt Mound"? It will not die. It'll get a glow up. It'll be beautiful. Beautiful. Right. So I have to have a think about how I want to do this, because I don't know how I want to do this. Do I want fences right here? Oh, that's a nice fence. Yeah, but I cannot recolor this. That's a shame. I would have used it. Let's use this. No, that's not the one. Where's the painted one? There it is. I'm blind. I'm Daredevil. Completely blind. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, because I have 8 meters. Yeah, that works well. Okay. I think I like it, yeah. I don't know. I think it's gonna be growing on me over time. We shall see, we shall see. Yeah, no, are you considering downloading the super advanced moved mod? Not at all, no. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a Grinch when it comes to mods, but I literally do not care. I'm having so much fun with the base game already. To be fair, if you guys are having fun with what the mods do, that's great. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. It's just like I don't care about the mods in general. I literally don't. Yeah, I wanted to see the percentage. This one, 89. Okay, that's not too bad. Again, it's all just because I'm really happy with what I can do with base game already, and I'm not looking to expand. Even though, yes, it might be some QOL stuff with, for example, what you said, the advanced mod move mod, sorry. I just take a lot of pride doing everything vanilla, and I know that's stupid. I know pride is really stupid, but this is, I don't know, it feels important to me. I feel like, yeah, something like that with chains or sun, I don't know. I don't really know. With wires, yeah, wires. Wires must be cool. Or maybe overkill for that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a smaller pole? No, I think having the initial pole was a better idea. Yeah, I literally just got from Well, 6 months ago, but still, I went from console to PC, and like, to me, that's the only thing that I needed, really. I went from being extremely limited to literally being able to do whatever I want in the, you know, in the window of roughly 600,000 pieces. Like, this is where I would start killing my PC. Not really killing, but like lowering FPSs and all that. So yeah. What are we working on tonight? Transition to the next area? Kind of, yeah, kind of. It's still wild water. It's still the same American area, but we're transitioning from the town of Wildwater to the national park of Wildwater Canyons, where there is going to be the Charles Grizzly summer camp right here. This is something that teased that area essentially, and it's gonna look cool. Yeah, like you can imagine in the background having this this canyon. I think I can delete that now. Shouldn't the fences connect to the pole? I guess I could move them if you want. I'm just not sure of what I want to do, really. Again, this is what I said earlier in the stream. I'm very much winging this whole process. Like, I haven't done any building since Sunday. Because I've been working on the video and you know, taking some time away to relax after working on the video. Because it's always a little taxing to do just that for a handful of days, especially because I did this one really quickly, so so it was especially taxing. I feel like wires are cool. I just don't know how to implement it. First of all, what if we use the same kind of wooden pole, but like 2 meters? So there will be a stream going underneath to the lake. Yes, yes. My original plans was going to have the rapids go around this island, but I realized that it would be so boring for a rapids ride to have like a dead, basically dead pacing for the entire place here. So instead, I want this to be an island and have this surrounded by water. Here we will have the skyfly around an old fire watchtower, and then the Vekoma LIM will go around this island, so that we still have this kinetic energy around this area. And then from one end of the summer camp, you'll be able to go to the off-road trail, which is the Vekoma LIM. And on the other, roughly over there, I know I want the lift for the rapids to be over here. That way I can have the retention pond and the water-related facilities next to this road, essentially. You got a ride picked out for the Grizzly area? Yes, yes. I basically have ride picked out for almost everything in the park at this point. That we're going to build in the future, obviously. So the ride is going to be a Vekoma LIM. Think Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood. Rapids, you know what that is. And a Skyfly. Do you guys have any that I can think of in the United States? Yeah, the How to Train Your Dragon flat ride at Epic Universe, essentially. That style of thing. I'm sure it'll come to you, for sure, for sure. Actually, thinking about that... There we go. Wait, what is that? We should call the stone people that everyone uses or size reference Tom and Jerry. For sure. That is a nice way. Internally with like I don't think I've said that to anyone actually, but in my mind this was Jan BK and Corvus at the beginning of the game. How could I do it? How about having a smaller beam go in the ground? Let's, you know what? Let's do it on either size at the same time to make our life a little bit easier. I feel like it's going to be a really fun area. It's definitely going to put the wild in wild water. You know what? Let's have this 8 meters 1, but have it scaled down to 75. Yeah, 75 is nice. Boom. The Planko scale is so difficult to work with. It takes some getting used to, but I think after a while it's fine. I think once you're used to it after a few thousand hours, I think it works well. It's definitely better in Planet Coaster 2 than it was in Planet Coaster 1. Planet Coaster 1 was much harder to get right, just because you couldn't scale things. Nowadays you can scale things, so it's much easier. How about the 1 meter 1? Scaled up. That thing? Did that work well? I don't know, I'm trying things. After all, this game is very much F around and find out. Fool around and find out. Let's say it the PG way. Yeah, that works. I like that. Anyway, I'd keep it just a basic bridge. It's not to obscure the view from the US street to the rapids and all that. Yeah. It can just be a basic bish. Yes, it can be. But still, I want it to be cute, you know. I want it to be a cute bridge. I feel like the only thing that I need now is sort of cables, really. Do I need cables? I feel like it's a tiny bridge, so maybe not. I don't know, but it'll look good. It'll look good. Hey Vampiro, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. What is the canyon based off of? So kind of Bryce Canyon, but if it had a summer camp in it, if that makes any sense. Obviously, it's very theme parky. It would never happen in real life, but yeah. Thank you, mister. Well, thank you for joining. I built a building, then found out it was 9 humans still. Yeah, that happens. This is why I always keep those guys around. Agreed, I know I don't have to tell you this. The hardest part about water rides is dead space and long, slow areas. For sure, yeah. In fact, this is why with the water coaster, I just kept the post splashdown area to only this this little turn here. And even then, I think because you have so much visual interest around this, and possibly the mega coaster going around, I think it's all that much more interesting. Archer for scale, we miss you. I'm much happier with these guys, especially because I've had this one locked to 2.05 meters, which is the legal doorways in France, the legal doorway minimum doorway height in France essentially, and this one is just a regular dude, like an adult, and there is no adult to. Like this guy, for example. Hey, Master Engineering, welcome to the stream. What's the store in your shop? It looked very nice until I realized the windows started at shoulder level. Yeah, that kind of stuff happened. Basically, my kind of rule of thumb is have the windows start at the edge of a 1 meter wall. Like this is 1 meter, for example. Maybe even no, it's because there's that that piece of scenery. But yeah, everything is kind of at 1 meter. 1 meter is kind of like the. It's still kind of low, actually, I would say. Well, for me, at the very least. But 1 meter is the comfortable way to do a window. Anyway, I think yeah, cables, you know, maybe like that would be nice. Let's see if we can. I kind of want to use the actual cable piece. That one. Let me select this. There we go. Yeah. I think that would work. That's actually kind of light. Ugh, I don't like that color. Huh. Any color for rocks? Yes, essentially the color of the canyon is kind of going to use those colors that we have at the bottom of the fencing here. 2.05 is a tall dude, but the other one then works well for reference, I guess. Essentially, yes, but 2.05 is not that tall. When you think about the fact that if you just, like, I don't know, jump through a doorway, it has happened to me as someone who's 195, like, I don't know, just jump or be on the tip of your feet or whatever. I don't know. It happens. Sometimes I lose neurons by doing that because I'm a little dumb. But it is what it is. Hey, 10 pilots, welcome to the stream. It's not a mistake, you just made a building for the bug world in Mario 3. Sure, let's say that. Right, let's not use that cable. Let's not use this one. Let's make it custom with sign poles. Mm, 25? Hmm. 50? 50 is nice, yeah. I'm just trying to help you brainstorm what to include in this new area. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm usually doing the brainstorming before I get to the actual building of the areas. But it's nice of you to help me in that way. Yeah, I get it. I'm 193. Like shouting about this amazing pork so well done. Thank you, Mr. Duck. Okay, let's start from there. That's gonna look weird, isn't it? Yeah, maybe have it. Like that, perhaps? I don't know. I'm winging it. But then again, that's how I've done the bridge in Fiskesjusten, so you know. Could look cool. Could look awful as well. You know what? Maybe the thing is that this is too tall. I don't know. Nah, I think it's nice actually. I think even the view coming into the town is pretty nice. I'm going to the opening of Draken on Saturday, so that's exciting. Cool. I feel like there's a lot of hype around this. I really envy you guys. To be fair, I really do miss going to the UK. Really hope I could go back to it in, I don't know, a year's time, something like that. 110? Yeah. Oh, that's actually a bit much. 105. 107. Yep, that looks fine. I don't like that. Let's do it with 15. It's gonna be easier. There we go. Okay. I think I'm gonna lower those poles ever so slightly. 101. Yeah, 101 is fine. So how does it work? Ah, it goes next to it. Next to the fence. Huh, that's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Can't wait for the building of the area. Yeah, me neither, honestly. It's your home park. That's cool. I've been really impressed by the quality of Bolton in general. Like I knew it was good, but I didn't realize it was this good. And I feel like they're, or maybe they already are. I don't know. I'm kind of oblivious to all that, but I feel like they have the potential to become the leader in the UK market. So who knows? Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I mean, technically, once Universal is appearing, that's gonna be stolen by Universal every single time, but you know what I mean. You know what? I feel like we should make it brownish. Do I have a brownish color that I can use? Ugh, not that. Yeah, something like so. Or can this friendly Frenchman say Bolton's better than some British people? Some British parks, you mean, not people. Okay, I have to go darker with that. Yeah, perfect. I really want to go for earthy tones with that area, and I feel like even the gray should look like this. Maybe I should make those. Yeah, yeah. That's pretty good. There we go. So now say 25. Yeah, 25 is pretty nice. Now I'm kind of doing the cables going down. I just realized that those are not lined up, so let's fix that. There we go, good enough. I've heard of oh my goodness, Letchworth State Park? Nope. Nope, I haven't, no. Because most people I know say Pooltons? Pool? Weird. That's a bit weird. Okay. So I said 25, but I feel like with 8 meter it's more going to be along the lines of 15. Ooh. I don't know about that actually. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know. 25 perhaps? Doom. Not lined up. Sorry, I'm not talking anymore. I just realized I just locked in. See you, Gil. Thank you for joining. What time is it? Oh, we've been going for 2 hours. Okay, cool. Hey miss, welcome to the stream. Right, so now I have this that I can copy over. Okay. I feel like it's good, but I feel like it's also not correct compared to what I can see on my picture. Like architecturally, this would be like a little on the outer side of the bridge, like so maybe. Maybe let's cover this ever so slightly if we can. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. That kind of works. Yeah, that kind of works. I love the bridge, might take some inspiration from it. Thanks. I'm just fooling around and finding out, if I'm honest. Yeah, and what was Hendrik's waterpark's name? I don't know, but you can find it easily on the workshop channel of the Discord. Yeah, yeah, that looks better. That I can get behind. I like that. Yeah, I'm into it. That feels better than the one before. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. The only thing that I want is an anchor plate. There we go. Say the bridge, how's the stream going? Pretty good. Pretty good. We've seen a lot of people that we haven't seen in well, for the first time or for a while, so it's very nice to be streaming again. Obviously, I'm going to do another stream on Saturday. And then hopefully next week I'll be able to stream on Wednesday as well. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that is a nice suggestion, Wickedwood. Just really looking for a really earthy tone to go in that area of the park, especially because I want it to be blend with the area quite a lot. So that's why I'm going for something a little more rustic, a little more brown in general. Yeah, I like that. I think I like that. I was thinking of having like a beam across it, but I feel like with the height of it, I don't think it would look good. I think we're done, actually. I think this works well. I don't know. Let me look at my reference real quick. I forgot this little beam. There we go. Now we can just rotate it and copy it over. Just make sure that it's... Yep. All good. And here we go. Okay. About here, I would say. Does it work well with that? Yes. Good. Very good. The small area to the left of the bridge seems like the perfect spot for a sign. I feel like I want to have a sign kind of like what I have here, but you know, wooden and have something to mark the entrance to the summer camp, essentially, right here. Like a sort of archway, essentially. I basically want this little stream to stream lol to divide the area into between the Route 66 theme and the summer camp theme. Maybe you should keep the cables and remove the wooden rails. I don't know about that. Cables are definitely only there for structure. The wooden rails are there for safety, essentially. Building a stream on the stream. Exactly, that was the joke. Good job. The brighter color would make it a statement. I'm not really looking for a statement. I'm honestly not looking for a statement. I really have my the way that I see the park in mind, and I want to make sure that it works according to that, really. I'm terrible with suggestions. I'm sorry. I feel so rude for saying all that, but it's true. It's true. It's the way I build it. And you know what's funny? I was really scared of starting this area with you all this evening, because I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. And this shows you that you shouldn't be scared at all. Just do things, you know. Thinking about things is only gonna make things worse. Whereas doing them, you don't have to think about it all that much, and that way it keeps you going. All right. So what I want now is to remove our path completely. Where's the... Oh, that's interesting. I think they moved... Wait, no. I'm an idiot. Okay. I was about to say, I think they moved the invisible path to the first page, but no. There we go. Also, don't forget about bridge shoes, as one might have learned from trains and drains. I have no idea what you're talking about, I'm sorry. This is so weird though, what you're talking about. Footers though might be a good idea. That makes me think of footers. This park is taking months to download, it feels like. What park are you talking about? On top of that, just doing can lead to creative problems that need creative solutions in the future. Exactly, yes. Exactly. Point in case being that line that I hate when you have the path transitioning from one texture to another. I feel like it's so unnecessary. But it's there, so you have to work with that. Yeah, that's about that. And How about we make it like completely wooden here? You know what? First of all, let's make sure we have a decent terrain. Not necessarily the stream just yet, but you know. Just flatten it ever so slightly to make sure that we have what we need to work with. Hardness about 20. Let's do 28, 28. I want to be really precise with my... Yeah, that's great. Let's smooth it ever so slightly. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Now put it back up. Perfect. Maybe not so perfect. Let's put it to 1 meter. Okay, that's great. Hendrix? Hendrix has a small park, to be fair. Shouldn't be taking that long. I feel like it's just a matter of the game telling you that it's still downloading when it's not. It does that a lot. Okay. Let's still link up the terrain a little bit. Basically want the terrain to arrive all the way here without going through the girder like it's doing now. So I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, that looks great. That's good terrain. Oh, that's not so much. Okay. I think it's as good a time as any to remind you all that we have another goal this evening for the stream. Hold on, I gotta copy a texture first, which is this one, just to make sure that I can have some good tools. Yes, we have another goal this evening where you guys can become summer camp counselors for the Charles Grizzly summer camp. If you want, obviously. It's totally... Ooh, I don't like that color, actually. Can I change that ever so slightly? Have it go more in the browns, the darker browns. That looks kind of nice. No lighter? Yeah, I like that. That's good. Path line is created on the transition between a path with a foundation and a path without. No, actually, it also is. So those, I believe, are paths without foundations. And so the reason why it's doing it right now is because of the invisible pathing. That's another possibility, unfortunately. But it's fine, I believe. In my opinion, it's fine enough. As long as I'm able to do what I can, I really don't mind those. Let me put a... Oops. That was... There we go. It was shift. Okay. Doom. 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 Yeah, that works well. Let's copy that over. Okay, great. Yeah, I really like this. Really, really like this. Hey, Pazlovich, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Bonsoir, indeed. So you're putting the coaster over this bit or under or neither? I can't remember. Over. We won't have an opportunity to put it under the bridge just because it's already like way too low, and you can imagine the water being at this height. It's not going to be able to go under the bridge. Originally I wanted it to go under the bridge, but it's just not going to work at all. So so yeah, we're going to have to... Ew, actually, I kind of don't like this color anymore. I feel like it's too vibrant. Darker, perhaps? I don't know. I should decide by looking at here. Maybe stay on the same vibrancy, but like lower. No. It goes really into the dark browns very easily, so maybe not. Oh wait, no, hold on. Hold the phone. There we go. That's what I was looking for. It's just because I didn't copy that thing. Okay, there we go. That's a bit sad. I feel like this could work. I'm gonna leave it at that so far. 2.5 texture is the same foundation. Won't have the line. Yes, except when it's an invisible path. Will Camtasia World have a train? No, it won't. I don't want to figure out the nightmare of that. Train is very Disney. I really don't want to go for a Disney style layout. Even though I'm gonna go for a hub kind of layout, it's gonna be very, very different to what you can find in Disney parks. It's gonna be a nice hybrid of Universal and Disney and other things. It's kind of gonna be shaped like a tree, actually. Well, at the very least in my mind. You know, in practice, it's obviously going to be something else, as it always is. But, you know, this is so far how I envision it. Something that I really want to try is have the layout of the quote-unquote Main Street area, what I called Camtasia City in the first one. I want it to look like a keyhole from a god's eye view perspective. Having a park-wide train is very complex. It gave me some headaches at some point. Yeah, definitely. Especially because, correct me if I'm wrong, miss, but I think you have different levels for the trains. I'm not entirely sure, but I think you do. This is something that I would not do. I definitely want it to be on the same level if I were to do it. And so this would be another like whole case of fooling around and finding out, and I just don't want to try that at all. And it's not going to go with the vibe of the area. I feel like trains, unfortunately, ground parks, like they're in the same geographical space. I want to remove that. Like, if areas were their own geographical space, you know, essentially. The train had 2 main levels, yeah. So Epic as opposed to Disney. Kind of both, actually. It's kind of a mix of the two. It's gonna be weird, but kind of a mix of the two, in my opinion. The first area, the Main Street kind of area, is called the Dream Gardens at the moment, and it's very inspired by Celestial Gardens, of course. So you're gonna have that very same feeling as... Oh, what's that? That's a nice texture. I didn't know we had that. I think I want to use that, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna use that. Let's make sure it's centered. Yeah, I like that. I think it's a nice texture. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Camtasia World. But yeah, I really want to go away from a specific inspiration. It's more so the layout and the idea that comes from Epic. But I also have references from Six Flags Qiddiya, of all places. Which is kind of crazy to think about now that I say it out loud, but it is true. And I really want to do something special that it is its own theme, except of like compared to what I did in Camtasia Park, which was totally rip off Epic Universe. I really want to do something special and different. Whether I'm gonna do that is still unsure to this day. We're not there yet. We're probably like at least 9 months away from Camtasia World, if not more, if not a year. But yeah, plans. Am I right? Nice blank indeed. Sorry for being late, but my friend was visiting. We went to the cinema and I'm on holiday right now. That's great. You shouldn't apologize for that. Will Camtasia Park be bigger than Belleflore? I think so. Again, I cannot say for sure, but I think so. It's definitely going to be that kind of master plan kind of project. And it's gonna be like something that seems to have an infinite budget. I'm also toying around with the idea of basing it in the UK. I might go back to that. Well, back on that, I mean, like completely cancel that. It's just an idea that I had. Since, you know, technically the Planet Coaster brand is from the UK. It's from Cambridge. With Frontier and all that. And so I was thinking it would be interesting to base the park around Cambridge, regardless of where that would be. It's just something that crossed my mind. So the pro of that is, you know, shouting out Frontier, obviously, but the con is that or the original one is based in the fictional country of Planco, you know, the Planco people. So it wouldn't be that anymore. So this might be why I would go back to the Planco country. Planning can be really fun, yes. Con is UK laws as well. Yes, it's true. It has crossed my mind that I would have to put chain link fences everywhere. So, so yeah, definitely on my mind. I'm not sure what I will choose, but it's something that I just thought about this week when I saw the latest construction update from Theme Park Worldwide. This is a little light. I don't know if I like this. I don't know. I think with the shadows of trees and all that, it'll look nicer, but right now it looks very bright, which I'm not necessarily a fan of. But the texture is nice, so I wish this was recolorable, really. But it is what it is. I think Camtasso feels like a park you would find in Florida, the UK, or Australia. Yeah. In my headcanon, even though it's literally not the case, in my headcanon, the Planco country is an English-speaking nation, and Planco is just it's just become a secondary language or something. I don't know. The original one was inspired by Florida, for sure. Well, the original one was inspired by Epic Universe, so obviously it was... it's the 5th country in our country. Yeah, that's true, that's true. But then again, if I say that, UK laws and all that, so maybe not... Like, to me, the Planco country is a European country. In general, like that's... I know I want it to be based in Europe, but that's all I know. I know basically that all my upcoming parks are going to be based in Europe, except if, I don't know, I do a mini park or something like that. Planco is between Ireland and Portugal. Yeah, let's say that. So I don't know. I feel like it would be in mainland Europe, you know, something very at the crossroads of Europe, you know, kind of like, I don't know, Belgium, Germany, like Western Germany, Eastern France, that kind of thing. You have enough creativity to come up with an actual country name? I don't know. Planconia, maybe. Planconia sounds good. Planconia is a good name for a country, I believe, based on a country based on that. I just realized that this fence is higher. So what if we make it higher as well? Okay, 95. There we go. That means we won't even need the beam. There we go. Yeah, that looks even better. But then again, I'm talking about, you know, Camtasso World and all that. It's not the time for Camtasso World, so let's not get your hopes up. I like the bridge. I feel like the bridge is really nice. What languages would they speak? Well, Planco for one, because it's an actual language, and English, in my opinion. And this is why the park would be in English. In my headcanon, again, you can. You know what would be fun? Write all text in Planco speak. I feel like that's a terrible idea. The Dewey has done that, actually. He's doing a park all in Planco. And as much as I salute the dedication of doing that, it's a nightmare. You don't understand a thing. And it's not like, you know, like right now. Oh, hey Dan, you pop up on my Steam notification here. Dan is playing Planet Coaster 2 right now. It's not like, you know, in Belleflore is a French park, and I know how to speak French, and I know a lot of people in my community, and other than that are going to understand what is going on. Like, it's a real language. Planko, in my opinion, nobody speaks Planko, so nobody can understand it really well. So I feel like it's not a very good idea, you know. Even though I applaud it, again, I really find it really interesting to set those what's the word I'm looking for? To give yourself the challenge, essentially. I feel like it's very, very interesting, just not something that I want to do, especially for a park as big as Camtasso Park. Camtasso Park, the original was in English, so I'm making it in English. Making, well, the remake in English. Oh, not censored. There we go. You don't know, a Planko dev might have learned Planko off by heart. I don't know. I don't know. I have a contact at Frontier who could tell me that. Maybe I'll ask him sometime. Oh, speaking of, here's the main theme of the game. It's an atypical limited conlang. Not as deep as Sindarin or Kenya, for sure. For sure. But then again, Tolkien was a very well-known linguist and very respected for his skills at knowing languages in general. I don't know for a fact what languages did the guy speak, but I know that he was well, he was teaching that at Cambridge, I want to say. I can't remember. It's Cambridge or Oxford anyway. Can I switch? Yes, I can. Great. Yeah, something like that. That is nice. I feel like... So that was 75, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. So, wooden... Just gonna replace those with 4-meter ones so that I can have them not stick out from the footer. Wait, what? Oh, there it is. I think I missed Miss saying goodbye. Well, sorry. See you, Miss. So we had a Camtasso Park, Camtasso City as a themed land. Now Camtasso World. Or did you skip Camtasso Country? That's true. Well, it would be the country of mascots, so that would be a bit weird. Oh my god, nightmare fuel. Actual nightmare fuel. And by the way, Camtasso City will come back, but as an actual city, and not the first area you see. Camtasso City will be a proper city now. Wait, Camtasso remake? Yep. I've been talking about it quite often, to be fair, on stream. So it's not a secret anymore. It's basically what I want to do after well, after Belleflore. After Belleflore, you know that I'll do quite a lot of standalone things. But after that, yeah, I'll definitely be working on Camtasso Park remake, but it's gonna be called Camtasso World. For Camtasso World, are you going to put in some of the same attractions as Camtasso Park, or are you going to do all entirely new attractions? So, some of the concepts will stay the same. Say Cactus Express, for example. I don't even remember if I used the same name, but Cactus Express, for example, will stay Cactus Express, and the idea will remain Cactus Express. Yeah, it is still Cactus Express right now in my notes. But the layout, basically everything will be redone from scratch. Concepts will probably remain the same, but I really want to make sure that everything feels very different to the original. Because otherwise it's just stupid, you know, why reuse things that... The whole idea behind the remake is doing what I couldn't on console. So if I reuse exactly the same thing, it's no use. Like, just keep it as it is, you know. The idea is to avoid the console limitations that I had to build with, and do the original ambitions of everything that I wanted to do. Basically. So technically all entirely new attractions, but some of the concepts will remain the same, even though they'll be expanded upon. Hey, I don't know if you remember me from last stream, but I asked the question about one coaster for the rest of your life. Yes, I do remember you. Either way, really enjoyed that stream, so I subbed and I'm enjoying this one. Hey, welcome to the channel then. Nice to see you again. The way you say Oxford is making me cringe. How do you Brits say it? I don't care. I'm not a British person. I don't have to say it the proper way. Doctor of Media Arts be a cool title to have, Dr. Osna, I guess. Please include flat rides in Camtasso World. Of course, yeah. A big regret of mine is that I couldn't have enough flat rides in Camtasso World. Park, sorry. Camtasso Park was supposed to have many more flat rides than that. And then when I got done with, I think it was around the Station Reef area. Station Reef, I ended up with 60% on the console complexity meter, if I remember correctly. So I had 40% to do 3 more. And at that point, I was like, I can't do anymore. I cannot do more flat rides. So this is why most of the flat rides were cut, unfortunately. But it is what it is, you know, and some of the flat rides that were cut will likely be included in that new version for sure. The fort is not key. Pretend it's not there. Oxford? Oh yeah, I get it. I get what you mean. I'll still say Oxford. I do love your standalone blueprints too, and I'm looking forward to more of those. Launchwing coaster blueprint is really great. Yeah, I love doing those actually. I almost debated doing a blueprint this evening, starting a blueprint, and then I was like, no, I really need to get going on Belleflore and you know, not have any distractions essentially. So that's what we're doing tonight, even though I'm getting distracted right now technically. But the whole point being, I only do blueprints if I need to, thanks to, you know, early access to updates or DLCs in the future. Hopefully this is what I was saying earlier in the stream, hopefully there will be rides in the new DLC that I can blueprints. Not flat rides, I'm not interested in doing those, but you know, new coasters, maybe a new dark ride as well is something that I would consider, much like what I did with Toy Box Mania. Toy Box Mania was cool, man. I revisited it earlier today and I loved it so much. Like, it's such a special little project. And I did it in like 5 days. It's crazy to do a dark ride in so little time. You could say Camtasso World is the director's cut of Camtasso Park? Kind of, yes. Kind of, in the same way that it's the definitive version and you know, it's canon. Whereas, in my opinion, Camtasso Park is not canon, sorry. It's not canyon. Bro's working on the Wildwater Canyon, so he's talking about canyons now. That's funny. Yeah, look at this. I feel like it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be challenging. It works well. And the idea why I want to have this completely linked to the main lake is that I want to have a retention pond here to make sure that there's an overflow of the main lake in case there is intense rain or something, you know. It's very important to think about that in your parks. It's something you will very often see actually in parks. Especially very, very man-made parks are something that this is where you'll see it the most. Like your Disneys, your Universals, those kind of parks will very often get that kind of a feature. Okay, now back to the natural water real quick. There we go. I always go there because I know for sure where it is. Yeah, look at this. This is sick. I love it. Just gonna have to put a tree here. Maybe one of those, but like smaller ones. Or these? No, this is already this one. Okay. Yeah, let's have one of these then. I'm gonna need a lot of small trees, essentially. That. I mean, it looks a little weird, but at least it's hiding the thing. In fact, my Mega Park Worlds of Adventure and the original Lakewood Park started as a place to showcase my coaster blueprints. Really? I think I only did that once with Bumbleglade, I believe it was. I basically did the original Free Coasters video, and I made a sort of follow-up, I guess you could say. Sort of follow-up to that, and funnily enough, compared to the... Oh, actually, I could use this. It looks better. Yeah, let's remove those. Well, not remove them. Move them out of the way. But yeah, Bumbleglade was... What was really interesting is that the blueprints that it was made from were really successful. Like, the video of them was really successful. And then I'd hoped that the video on the park from that would be successful, and it was not at all. Like, it's one of the lowest performances from that time. Probably the lowest, actually, from that period in time. And it's really funny. Well, funny, no, not really, because it was still a lot of work. But you know, sometimes it's not working out the way I want, and it's fine. Like, these days, I kind of understand that it's part of the work. But at the time, I was devastated that happened. There we go. I think that works. Sorry, I'm distracting you. That's the point, don't worry. It's okay. I do watch all your live streams, but hardly ever catch them while you're live. Love your work. Think your attention to detail is really top-notch. Thank you. I'm really just trying my best. It's all about sight lines and all that, really. For example, being here on this bridge and making sure that you don't see the go away green here, so that you think it's just the back of the building. I think it works really well. I mean, here you can very obviously see it, but sometimes seeing the things you're not supposed to see really makes you think, really makes you feel like you're in a real theme park, right? Like, being able to see the little corner here, I feel like it makes it. Or another place that I like to show is like this place here. Like this, you can really see you're at a theme park. Or right here a little bit. Or here you can see a little bit of the fence on top of this show building. Like, it's very subtle, but when you notice it, you just know you're at a theme park, and I feel like it enhances what you feel in this simulation of a theme park, if that makes any sense. Hey, BMK, thank you so much for the $2 US. Let me add you to the people who have already donated. We're very close to the end of the goal, by the way. So if you guys want to donate to be counselors for the summer camp, now is the time. I've kept it low today. It's only a €2 entry into that. But thanks again for the $2 US. Thank you so much. Yen, do you have a coaster graveyard save file? No, not in Planet Coaster 2, no. I used to have one in... I don't even know if I had one, actually. I think I do a file per project, really. And I really treat them all as individual projects, so no, not really. What is the goal end in a couple minutes? It's just that the max I can put on those goals are 3 hours. I don't know why, it is what it is. But yeah, it is why. If I could avoid having the timer on the goals, I would, but yeah, it's not a possibility that YouTube offers us, so. I have to make do with what I have. I'm limited by the technology of my time. Sightlines are how I design layouts. Of parks? Yeah, of course. This is why I rarely plan things on paper. Like, it's all good having a good layout on paper. If you don't do it in the park, it's not going to feel as good. And usually, sight lines in real life are very much ode to change. Of coasters too, really. You must have like weird coasters then. I feel like it's good, but the layout is the main thing that one should think about. Like having an interesting layout, I mean. And then once you have that, if you can have interesting sightlines, yes, it's definitely a nice bonus. Why are you hiding the wall? You can see from the front. Why is it so important? So it's not really about hiding the wall, it's about blending nature with what is here, essentially. And also, having the nature here makes you not look... Let me get on the ground and show you essentially what I mean. It's all about manipulating where you look. So essentially right now, the chat's in the way. Let me put you guys over here now. There we go. So essentially right now, you're looking at what's in front of you, right? And so as you go right here, you barely notice what's in the periphery of your vision. You just look right ahead, and that's what I want you guys to do as guests walking around the park, right? You'll completely omit the fact that you can see very obviously the corner of this building right here. And it's all about, you know, manipulating where the sightlines are. And so by covering the wall with a little bit of ivy, it's just blending the nature work, the foliage work that we have here with the wall, so that it feels natural, and it's like a natural transition towards the urban area that we have later on. And so that way you basically don't really notice the big thing that we have here. Then again, I could probably rotate that tree Let me put you guys back here. There we go. Let's actually try to rotate that. See if it hides it a little more. Yeah, look at that. Hey, always view your builds from the first person perspective. It's not that they are weird. The only problem I constantly run into is struggling to end the right layout. A break run is usually a good way to end them. No, but I kid. It's I don't know. It's usually a smaller version of what you have in your bigger layout, essentially. Like, for example, you have a lot of twists and turns and airtime bumps for Bucking Bronco, and so the end of my layout is very much a lot of that. So much so that I very intentionally made that unbanked turn right here into an airtime bump. I feel like giving laterals. It's basically all about finding out what works well for the end of your layout, but usually keep it simple. You know, it's no use going very well, except if you're Tutatis, for example. You can have a happy ending with a double up into the brakes. Like, it's very insane, that park, that coaster. Just for that. Is the entire thing custom supported? Not entire thing, no. The only, so let's look at it right now. This right here, the vertical supports, the 90-degree supports are in-game. But from there, I've basically put all of this on the sides to have the diagonals be completely custom. So I feel like it's a smarter way of doing it. Otherwise, first of all, if you don't have the in-game supports, I'm pretty sure that you don't have the catwalks or the barriers. So you have to keep that in mind. And I really wanted to keep the catwalks as well. It's all about working smart, really. What color is best for your show buildings? My go-to is green, just because it can blend with nature. Then again, if you have other surroundings, perhaps other colors might be nice. I know blue is a popular choice as well. Some show buildings will even blend between the two, like have the lower section at green because the trees are hiding that section, and then the blue to blend with the sky. Gray is also pretty standard, but kind of unthemed. So, you know, there's no wrong answers, really. It's just about what you want to do. Wow, it does some weird things here. I want one of those right here. Also, I just realized I did not correct the terrain paints, which I should have done. There we go. What if mine are not visible from anywhere but the top of my coaster's lift hill? Again, it's all about figuring out whether they blend well and whether they are being ignored, essentially. If you feel like they're being ignored, then good. Keep them as is. You know, there's no rule to that kind of stuff. I feel like you treat the game as if it had rules. It doesn't. And so it's all about you figuring out what you want to do. It's all about, you know, making conscious choices, but, you know, asking what others do is not you doing the choices. The whole point about creating in general is doing your own choices, doing something that is yours, and being able to say, oh yeah, I've done that because this, that, or whatever. For example, my bridge is that color because I want it to blend with the rest of the area. And if you've noticed, the entire color palette of, well, main color palette I'm talking about, is very earthy tones. You know, a lot of browns, a lot of beige, a lot of greens, a lot of yellows, oranges, and such. And that way, you have a base color tone that is your background, and then in your foreground, this is where you can put some more vibrant colors, like the facade of the diner here, the Bucking Bronco sign, and the gas station thing here, Souvenirs of the West, that kind of thing. It's all about finding out what your color palette looks like for those builds in general. And again, there is no right or wrong answer. There is just what works for your build, and your build is paramount. Like, this is your main priority for it to look good. So do something that looks good, essentially, that works well with everything that you've already built. It's frustrating because my mountain force perspective doesn't work due to a wooden coaster creating a view of it. I don't get what you're saying, but if you say so. Hey Lord Farquaad, welcome to the stream. Probably in the last hour of the stream? Yeah, it's already quite late. I feel like I'm just gonna do the foliage work on that side, and then I'm gonna stop the stream, okay? Literally, my build is paramount because it's a mountain. Then treat it as such. And I'm not saying that like in a mean way, but you know. Think of it as if it were the most important thing in the world, essentially. For the few hours a day you might be working on the build, this is the only thing that matters. I want to use a black thorn, not thorn. Black thorn bush. Actually, it's a bit too white. Bramble? Yeah, bramble is fine. You know what? Actually, no. I know what I want. I want these. So let's copy the colors. Should have rocks. There is a recolorable bush. Oh, I don't know anymore. A bush? A bush, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm getting really tired right now. I don't know what my brain did, but it did it. go. That's a nice way to have a rock here. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I like that. I feel like it's really nice, and you will be able to see the lift hill of the river rapids here. So I feel like it's a good idea to have it here. Will this area have big rockworks? I'm telling you, my mouth is not mouthing anymore. Big rocks. Oh, you get what I mean. Read the flipping comment on the screen. I honestly don't know. I might add that, but I'm genuinely not sure. It'll depend on basically how I wing it. It's possible. It's possible that it won't as well. But it's that kind of question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't plan this far ahead. I just do what looks best in my opinion, and that's pretty much it. There's not a lot to it, really. Anyone can do what I do. In that sense. Small one. I said small one. That's my go-to inspiration. My brain. I know it's such a stupid thing to say, but it's true. I actually don't go anywhere for inspiration. My brain does all the heavy duty, the heavy work. And no, it's a crazy thing to say, I know, but it genuinely is as simple as that. In my opinion, at the very least. Because I don't know how expensive fake rocks are. And I'm worried about how much rock work I'm putting in all in my build, and it's all fake. It's... I don't know. I think, again, you're overthinking. Like, very, very easily, and just do what you like, man. I know you're going for something realistic, but this is kind of overkill. It's for Hendrix Park? Well, then don't ask me, ask Hendrix. If you were to do a project where you were working in collaboration with a park, the park is the one that will tell you what to do. The owner, really, the board or whatever. The project managers, I suppose. Oh, I know what. Yeah, that's perfect. Even though it's a little too steep. There we go. Much better. So on that side I have some cattails. I mean, they're not cattails. What are they called? Reeds? Reeds, yes. Ba-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum. See you, Wonky. Thank you so much for tuning in for so long. The stream is almost done, guys. I'm just doing this this side, and then I'll close the stream. So if you guys want to be in the area, you can still donate, even though the goal is technically done because of the timer. I can definitely still write you down and have you as a camp counselor. I love the Blanco soundtrack. I always say it every time I'm streaming, but it's true. Go. Yeah, it's looking good. I think we need like some reeds here. Definitely there. But I don't want them in the stream. I feel like the stream is more man-made, and so it's more clean-ish, whereas the reeds would just grow naturally, so I suppose it's better to have them over on the lakeside. Yeah, that's great. Alright, last few items of the stream. Over there. We haven't used that enough. There we go. Let's use one of those as well. Great. And maybe another bush here. One of those. And voila. There we go. That's looking nice. That's looking very nice even. Didn't expect it to look this good. Yeah, this is great. I like that. Still debating whether I want a Ferris wheel here. Honestly, I feel like having some visual interest here on the lakeside of the town would be welcome, but this is a decision that I'll do probably towards the end of that project. We'll see. We'll see. I'll keep it in mind. But yeah, pretty productive stream, and we started the area at the very least, so that's very cool. All right, so let's do our little save to end the stream. There we go. And guys, thank you all so much for watching, for spending your evening with me. If you're European, obviously. If you're American, enjoy your evening. It's coming up, I suppose, or it might be already. I don't know. 6. So that might be. No, not yet. Not yet. It's 5 p.m. Eastern, I believe. But wow, yeah, I'm really tired. I'm like. really tired right now. It's okay. We've done a lot, and I'm really happy. Definitely more to do. We have to choose lighting and all that stuff. We have to do the entrance sign to the summer camp and all that kind of jazz. That's okay, I have tomorrow to do that. Remember that tomorrow, episode 9 of... I just realized I didn't have the anchor plates here. Episode 9 of Belleflore is coming out, and it's going to be a really good one, so do tune in. It's coming out at 6:30 European time, so do check this out. And as for the streams, the upcoming one is going to be on Saturday. So yeah, do look forward to that as well. I'll definitely plan it on Saturday morning. But yeah, until then, take care, have a good night, or have a good evening. And for now, it's been Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've been awesome as always. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.